Hi, I'm Georgie Azurin from MediXserve. We provide blockchain technologies so that we can provide affordable healthcare for developing economies. The healthcare expenditure for developing economies is huge. By 2020, in 4 countries alone, India, Indonesia, Philippines, and Nigeria, the whole market is $300 billion. And yet, there are so many basic problems that we're encountering. Medical records remain stored as hard copies in the developing countries. It's open to a lot of vulnerabilities in certain regions. Migration due to political conflicts, evacuation due to natural calamities. Whenever households change their addresses, records can be misplaced or discarded during the relocation process. There is a continuing threat of counterfeit drugs. Asia has the biggest share of trade in counterfeit drugs. The fact that a huge percentage of these drugs either contain the wrong ingredients or have the wrong measure, and they have safety implications. There's high administrative cost. Most people lack health and life insurance because it's just plain expensive relative to their income. The high price points is partly due to the high administrative costs. For every dollar of insurance premium collected, administrative cost amounts to as much as $1.80 in the Philippines. And people in South Asia pay a much greater share of their healthcare costs out of their own pockets than do people in high-income industrialized countries. Fraud and loss. There are at least $455 billion of the world's healthcare spending is lost to fraud. And the majority of that is coming from the developing countries. The global average loss rate is 6.19% of the healthcare expenditures last 2013. There's a high out-of-pocket expenditures in healthcare. 59 developing countries found that healthcare is accountable for 40% of all household expenditures against only 8.8% in developed countries such as France. And because of the low insurance coverage rate, most have no choice but to pay for that healthcare expenses out of their own pockets. There's a lack of identification records in the developing countries. According to UNICEF, there are more than 200 million children under the age of 5 that have no birth certificates. And of these 200 million, 80 million are in the poorest countries. The lack of identification records can perpetuate the cycle of poverty and increase the risk of exploitation. Children without birth certificates can be denied access to education and healthcare. So in the next videos, we're going to present a series of solutions that we can introduce to help solve some of the problems that we just mentioned. Thank you.